Alright guys, so today I'm going to teach you how to measure correctly, and then we're going to cut our watercolor paper into strips so that we can move it on to the weaving portion. So we're going to use 1-inch portions measurements so that it's easy for us to go along on the ruler and makes it nice and simple for us. So if you want to come zoom in closer here, and you'll see me make tiny marks everywhere that there's an inch. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So to get precise measurements, you want to always put dots in 2 places so that you get straight lines. So I'm going to come down here and do the same exact thing. And after I have all my dots on here, I'm going to just put my ruler right up against both dots so that it makes a straight line. And then I'm just going to follow the ruler all the way down. So I'm going to do that 8 times so that I get my measurements. Okay, so now I have all my lines drawn and they're exactly 1 inch apart from each other. We're going to need to do the same thing but on the other piece of paper, going the opposite way. So the orange one, we did vertical lines. And on the blue one, we're going to do horizontal lines. And I already have them done, but it's the same exact measurements, doing 1 inch apart. Okay, so after we have all the lines drawn on the paper, we're just going to simply follow along the lines with our scissors, and we're going to cut our watercolor paper into strips. So let me just finish up these 2 cuts here, and then I will show you what the next step to this process is. Alrighty, all of our paper is cut out now, and we're going to reassemble the strips back into that paper form that we had. So it's going to look almost like a cut up piece of paper, which is exactly what it is. Okay, cut. Alright, as you can see here, we have reassembled the cut pieces of paper into 1 strip of paper. How I have secured them is I just taped them right across this line, just barely even putting it on the watercolor, and now we are ready to start the weaving process. So it's important to get this pattern down of going in, out, in, out. So we're going to start with, or you can do over, under. So we're just taking every other one and putting the orange piece of paper underneath the blue one. And we are going to continue this pattern until we get all the way to the end. We're going to shove it as far as we can up there. And now on the opposite, we're going to do opposite of what we just did. And since we started with over on this one, we're going to go under first. So taking every other one and going over and under, just continuing this process until we get all of our strips of paper on here. And at the end, we are going to have a weaved textile. Alright, you can go ahead and stop. After we've finished weaving all of the paper strips together, this is what our final product will look like. So it's just going to be this strip of papers all together, and then we're going to flip it over on the back side and tape the corners together so the pieces of papers don't all fall out. And that's going to be what our water weaving project looks like today.